p.m. And I'd like to call the Village of North Hudson regular Board of Trustees meeting to order. Just a short invocation. Father, we ask your guidance, your discernment, and your wisdom in the dealings that we have to deal with, and we especially ask you to give guidance and wisdom and discernment to those elected officials that are above this small, robust board. So, and we thank you for all of your blessings. Roll call, please.
Trustee Matz.
Here.
McGurran. Here. Nelson.
Here.
Noonan. Here. Pike.
Here.
President Wecken.
Here.
Trustee Zeiss.
Here.
Thank you. Item 2, review and approve minutes from the regular board meeting of September 7th, 2021, special board meeting of September 17th, 2021.
Move to approve.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second? Second. Thank you. Thank you, Amy. Yeah. Any discussions, corrections, or amendments to the meeting minutes? Hearing none. All in favor of the minutes as posted, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Item 3 is comments from the floor. Opportunity for residents to make the board aware of topics, issues, opportunities either on or not on today's agenda. And pretty much everybody's here on the agenda, and so we'll move on to number 4. Resolution for 2021-13 adopting the ward plan for the Village of North Hudson. Approval requested.
Move to approve Resolution 2021-13.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mary. Is there any questions or discussions? Melissa, you can give a little background quick.
Yeah, so the resolution kind of explains why this is needed, but with the 2020 census, after that is completed, they have to do like redistricting and make sure there's the correct number of wards and population within each ward. The county put this together and did the map for us. They did it for everybody in the county. So they didn't change a whole lot. We still only have one supervisor that represents the Village of North Hudson, same number of wards. So there might be some slight lines moved, but it's basically about the same.
Yeah, and we're elected at large, not by wards in the
Right.
village, so
Right.
for the village board.
This is done every 10 years, Melissa?
Census every 10 years, yes.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of the resolution 2021-13, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Okay, item 5 is appointment of representative on the Public Utilities Commission. Discussion approval requested. The present member of the Public Utilities Commission is Mary Wecken, and she has agreed to continue in the job if she is approved.
Move to approve.
And I'll second that.
Thank you, Brian and Tim. Discussion.
Nobody better to represent us.
Excuse me?
Nobody better to represent us.
Well,
Great job.
I hope she's watching. But
He'll
be watching.
because
Does a great
sometimes
job.
it doesn't come out that way and stuff. So no, yeah, she's done a lot of work, and she knows as good as anybody right now. So I think she's a great representative, and hopefully she'll stay on and last through the term. In case so. Okay, that's all in favor of the appointment of representative on the Public Utilities Commission, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Item 6, River Valley Deer Management, approval requested. Item A is 2021-2022 River Valley Management Contract. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Kirk. Discussion.
Is this essentially the same contract that's been approved previously?
For, boy, we must be doing this now close on 10 years or more.
It might be more than 10
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, pretty much, and we, as far as I'm aware, we have had 0.0 incidents in any of this, and his guys are all usually pretty good. They're on at the request of owners and or whatever. So, yeah, we've had pretty good success with it, and we hope they continue with their success because, as people were talking earlier at the earlier meeting, we've got plenty of them running around the neighborhoods right now, and
In the past, we used to have a list of people that were participating.
That's
in that
next.
That's the
council.
next.
Thank you. Just want to clarify
Yep.
that. Thank
Yep.
you.
Okay, any further discussion in the contract portion? Hearing none, all in favor of the continuing the contract with River Valley Deer Management, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Sorry, there it is.
B is a hunter application of the North Hudson Deer Management Program. Do we need a motion to approve those guys? I mean, the chief has gone through it, so
The ordinance requires a
we do.
board approve it.
Yep.
Okay. We do need a motion in a second.
Stan moved to approve the applications of Lon Villa, Clarence Hackworthy, Harvey Baird, Bradley Coulter, Ricky Kraus, and Lonnie. Is he been
Fia.
approved? And Lonnie Fia, yeah. For participation in the Village North Hudson Deer Management Program during the 2021-2022 hunting season.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second?
I second that.
Thank you, Amy. Discussion. I saw in the packet that Lonnie is obviously Lon's son, and they will be hunting together on the same property. I believe.
Yeah, and Paul did look into it.
Yeah, there was, I guess, some question about whether minors were allowed, and I looked at the code, and I think they are. That's my interpretation of it anyway, but I guess I would agree that he probably should be hunting with his father and with an adult.
Yeah, in the village. I mean, he's perfectly legit to do it out if they were out in the woods or whatever. So, but if being in the village, I think it's just a good way to go.
Abide by DNR licensing rules too.
Absolutely.
How old is he?
15.
Yeah.
So do we need to add that about him hunting with his father as part of the amendment, or part of the
Part
resolution?
of the application, wasn't it?
I
That was
thought
in-
I saw it in there.
Yeah, there was a note that he was gonna.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I saw it when I went through the packet and stuff. So that's what.
I don't think that's necessary, do you?
So I don't think we need any. Do we?
No, that's to understand.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Is he the only new person?
Yes, the other ones have been
Okay.
kind of on and
On and
off.
off, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And do we know how many deer were harvested last year?
I don't. Lon was supposed to be here. I'm guessing maybe he's caught up in traffic. He was going to try and be here to give an update, but yeah, all I can say is he must be caught
I
up
was
in
surprised.
traffic.
He hasn't missed one that I've been in the
He's
many
always
years I've
usually-
been here.
I
so.
thought I saw a number. It
I
might have
think
just been an average or
historically it's been
something.
right around 19. I
Yeah,
think what
that, I
they've,
read something somewhere.
yeah.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the application approval, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Okay, new business from the board or staff, and the first is president's comments, and my first comment is going to be thank you to North Hudson PD, North Hudson Public Works, and to our staff for the outstanding job they did in handling the latest storm issues we had come through the village, where we had a lot of timber down, and I believe we're pretty close to being completed on all the cleanup on that, and I thank the people for their patience, and I would like to suggest that for the folks out there, that they would look at the North Hudson website, the village website, which is northhudsonvillage.org, for information on storm cleanup, road projects, and anything else. Please don't go on Facebook or Nextdoor or some of these other social media sites, because it's hard to believe, but not everything on there is true. So please check out at North Hudson website. You can sign up for e-Notify, which you'll get information there. I believe that also on there's a connection for Xcel Energy. So if there is a storm outage, you can call, or you can get online, if you can get online, or on your phone. You should be able to do that, because that's how most of us had to follow it. and they'll give you an update as to their projected times of restoration. We don't have any power over that at the village hall, and nor does Public Works, and nor does the police department. So please, if you check those out, you'll probably get a little bit better information than you do off of the social sites. Melissa?
Yes, I just want to announce that the new deputy clerk treasurer has been hired, and she will start next week on Wednesday, October 13th.
Thank you. And we have no elections coming up.
We have no elections this year. Yes, I think some people think we have one in November, but there is not a November election in odd years, only even.
Excellent. Okay. Let's see, next on the agenda is Plan Commission recommendations. Chair update, I see the chair is here, and so if you would give us a quick fill-in, I think we can, with the great packet that we had from Larry and his group from the station, should be pretty simple.
It was, it's been a long time since we've had a chair update.
Well, no, Paul has done an adequate job.
Commission update isn't happening every month.
Paul is done you proud and
I
stuff, but and retired guys sometimes it's,
Busy, busy, busy.
Totally get it.
so. Okay, Mike.
Okay, we had a meeting in September. There was only one item on the agenda. It was an open public hearing, and it was for the Homeowners Association of St. Croix Station to replace their lift down to the river and replace it with a commercial lift. And I was impressed. We've got a package this thick with all our questions answered, with pictures and maps and CSMs and everything we like to have on the Plan Commission to help us make our decision. You have the packet to talk about, after this. We had a few questions. They all got answered. Unanimous vote of the Plan Commission to recommend this. It looks like a very good project. Larry Larson they were talking to the state and the DNR, and they got all those things all cleared away, so we
That was
recommend
blessed
it
by all
highly.
the higher powers.
Yeah. And that's all we had.
Super. Okay, thank you,
Any
Mike.
questions?
No.
Otherwise,
Yeah, if there's any
Get to
questions
that.
for Mike, right on.
It looked very thorough. My only question is, and it has to be there, is that fence is probably not the most beautiful thing, but sounds like it's required, and they're doing their best to camouflage it with trees and everything, so I thought it looked like they did a ton of work to prepare. Very nice.
Anybody else? Hearing none.
Stan, I move to approve the conditional use permit of Larry Larson on behalf of the Homeowners Association, St. Croix Station, to construct a commercial lift down to the river located at 228 Station Circle North, pin number 161-1095-50-200.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thanks, Tim. And we've had a little comments and questions. Amy, you got something else?
Nope.
Good to go?
No, I thought everything was there.
All right, sounds good. Okay, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, and good luck. You're gonna get it in before snow flies?
Who knows?
Oh, you got the road guys working on it. Oh, I said that out loud. Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you, Larry, for the work you guys did, and thanks, Mike, for showing up, so have a blessed evening. Okay, item 9, Personal and Finance Committee recommendations, claims approval requested.
Stan, can I move to approve the October 5th, 2021 non-recurring claims of $133,813.70?
Thank you, Kirk. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Brian. Comments or questions? I noticed you kind of choked on the amount too.
Yeah.
Usually when I see our numbers up that high, it's like, what? But we're just paying our bills and making everybody happy, so.
What's out of the ordinary, Melissa?
We have the second half of the fire contract. is in there, and there was a skid steer purchase by Public Works, which was already approved. And then the other larger number is just in the capital outlay is for Cedar Court, just their invoices for different projects going on in the village.
Thank you.
And no further comments or questions. Okay, this needs a roll call. Mary?
I had a question.
Okay.
It was about the, and I'm trying to find it on here to reference the number, about the delinquent water bills. And how much time is that covering?
Well, that's when we get settlement from the county. We
Okay,
get settlement from them in August for everybody that paid their rest of their tax payments at their July. And then the county collects the second payment, and then they settle with us in August.
okay, so it's annual.
Yes.
Okay,
But then we need to turn around and we need to pay the city because they do the billing for that. So
got it.
it's just delinquents that we're getting from the county and then transferring through. They're just kind of transferring through us.
Got it. Okay, that was my question.
Okay, so you could
Yes.
lead us
Aye.
off? Yes?
Yes.
Amy?
Yes.
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 And yes.
Thank you. Item B, purchase of 4 Badger books for elections. Approval requested. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second?
Well, I should be more specific. Move to approve the purchase of 4 Badger books from Paragon Development Systems in an amount not to exceed $9,500.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Kirk. And this is an approved amount from on the budget, correct?
Yes.
And we've waited on, everybody else in the area pretty much has them.
Yes.
And we kind of waited until they worked all the bugs out of them so that we got the latest, greatest
Yes.
edition.
Melissa, can you give a quick update of what these are?
Yes, so they're called Badger books. It's an electronic poll book. So when people come in to vote, the typical way when they come in and announce their name and address, they sign a poll book. This way it's gonna be electronic. So it's just basically they'll be signing, it's just, all it is the poll book on a computer screen. Everything's the same, but they'll be signing on the screen. That's the only thing on there. They're not connected to the internet or anything like that, but it'll help voter flow. Instead of standing in the typical lines by alphabet, they can come to the next available poll worker, which will be nice and hopefully speed it up a little bit.
We also save a lot on paper and stuff like that.
Yes, they'll be nice to have.
Melissa, is there an accommodation for people that might have some difficulty with seeing the spot, or how are they able to, somebody help them put their finger on it so they can?
Yeah, and there's
actually
always
sign?
accommodation for people who can't physically sign the poll book, even the handwritten one. There's a statement that the poll workers can write in there, so it'll be the same.
Perfect, thank you.
If they're unable to sign, there'll be a notation put in there.
And I saw on the thing, this isn't connected to the internet, it's completely secure, there's no concerns about fraudulent use of it.
There's not, and yes, and I think that I have the attachments that kind of explain what they're about, but yes, they're not connected to the internet. They are in the beginning just to upload, prior to the election, upload the poll book, and then that's it. But they talk to each other, but they're not connected to the internet.
Right.
Anything else?
I do think we need to make sure that they're not connected once they're in here. It'd be very easy to do. Open a browser, see if it goes out. That'll tell you.
Yep, we can do that.
We could assign Brian.
I would be happy to look at them.
New committee.
I don't want any of that stuff that happened down in Arizona going on here.
Okay, any other discussion? Hearing none, and this is a purchase. Tim?
Yes.
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 Yes?
Yes.
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 Thank you. Item 10, Public Works Committee recommendations. Chair update.
Stan, we did meet, nothing to bring forward. Just by way of reminder, our next construction project is Wisconsin Street from 6th to 3rd, starting in 2022, sometime in the spring, and our village engineer says that is all on track. Bids will go out in January. Exact start date we won't know, probably till February. But that's a smaller project, but it is also sewer and water, so that will be a big tear-up. And just want all the residents to hear that, because I'm giving you 6 months' notices.
Not enough.
I'm hoping that's enough notice.
Thank you. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Public Safety Committee recommendations. Chair update, Tim.
Stan, we did meet, but we do have something to carry forward. I'm going to have our trustee, Phil, read the motion, please.
Yeah, I move to approve the placement of no parking here to corner sign on the west side of 4th Street North, 35 feet north of intersection with Wisconsin Street North, and the north side of Wisconsin Street North, 35 feet east of the intersection with 4th Street North. That's one motion. We doing both?
Second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay.
Just do both of them?
Yeah, one at a time.
One at a time.
One at a time. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so all in favor?
Well, we got to discussion it.
Oh, all right, discussion. We have maps that the chief provided to better explain, if you're,
Yeah, I'm more of a visual person, so I brought those tonight. I apologize, they're not the highest of quality, but hopefully you'll get the gist.
I think it's awesome, and it's got color.
It does.
Yeah.
So
High tech.
that's close to what we already have down on that corner right now.
Well, currently, based on the construction,
Right,
no parking for the construction, yes, it would be close to that. There isn't anything on the Wisconsin Street side right now, on the east side of the intersection as far as the construction, so that'll just create a little bit more of a gap, or what we call a vision triangle, per the ordinances.
It's great timing.
And it seems to be the people that are driving through there now are we get good feedback on the fact that there's good visibility. So you're right. I think it's a good test for us.
anything else? All in favor of the parking restrictions
You
motion?
second it?
What?
Yep.
You did? Oh, sorry. We're good.
I can't hear with those things, but, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
All right?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. All right.
And the second motion is I move to approve the placement of a no parking from here back to 4th Street North sign on the north side of Wisconsin Street, 56 feet west of the intersection with 4th Street North.
I second that.
Thank you. Discussion.
So does the 56 feet just go to the pad?
Basically gets to the grass, so it's beyond the
Right.
side, the current concrete. Yep. And during our discussion during public safety, just so you're aware, the owner isn't or is not objecting to any of this. He did request that in the 2021 project or 2022 project on Wisconsin Street, if there was anything that we could do to potentially do maybe a motorcycle parking only in that section where the concrete goes all the way to the curb, just for consideration. So may not be the last time you see this conversation, but for now, just we'll leave it at no parking until we get to that project.
Good, thank you. All right, any other discussion? Okay, hearing none. All in favor of the added direction, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Thank you. Item 12, Public Welfare Committee recommendations. Chair update. Kurt.
We did not meet.
Did not meet. How about the Park Board?
Nothing to bring forward.
Nothing to report. Okay, then, it looks like to me that this meeting is adjourned at 7:24.